Good evening and welcome back to another weekly vlog. I think the last one I left on Monday. It's now Friday, so I thought I'd just do a weekend one this time, and I put out a couple of other bits. Just filling up the tyres with air because one of the tyres has gone flat, but we should be, excitingly, on our way to Pizza Tech, which is a pizza place in the Mclaren Vale. Where I think it's like a home, well, everything's like home produce, freshly made. So I booked that last week. It is actually Friday the 13th, nothing to do with Valentine's Day tomorrow, but it's just handy. So hopefully we haven't got a flat tyre too long. Anyway, what have I been up to this week? I went out for another walk with somebody else this morning and Tuesday, so it's been a bit sociable. But I've also been spending quite a lot of time sorting out my social media and getting back on my TikTok, editing that other vlog, as well as looking at a few bits. And I don't really know where the time's gone since I last spoke to you. Actually, editing does take quite a long time. And oh yeah, was it one of the mornings I went for a 5k run, which I was really pleased with, because I didn't think I'd get that far as well. So yeah, that was a nice way to start the day. And I've been to the food shop and done little bits and pieces as well. So yeah, on this weekend, going out tonight, and then we think we're going to do the park run tomorrow, and then I've got a haircut tomorrow, so we'll if we get up to anything exciting, I'll try and bring you along to that. And as you can see, I actually dressed up. Now, weather update, we had a couple of cooler days, so yesterday and today. Today was only up to 22, but yesterday was only up to 19, so it was quite cool for what we're used to. Hello, so we just got back from the park run at Christie's Beach. A lot more enjoyable than the other one, although we've been up since like 6 o'clock in the morning and we walked there and back, so I've done like 13,000 steps already today, which is pretty good. Obviously, yeah, it went a lot better, more space, just still quite hard, but I was quite pleased with how we done. And now we're really hungry, so probably going to have a bit of Greek yogurt and then some leftover pizza from last night. So we really enjoyed the evening last night at Pizza Tech. It's like an Italian winery place where they just do really good, like I think it's like sourdough based fresh pizzas, and like a family run business. And yeah, had really nice limoncello shot afterwards, which is complimentary, so recommend there. I'll probably go back. It just happened that it was Valentine's Day today. So that was nice, and also with the receipt you got a 10% off the gelato place that was next door, so that was nice too. But we got a starter to share, and then we got 2 pizzas, and it was way too much. We should have just shared 1 pizza, so we pretty much got a whole pizza in the fridge. And then I'm gonna have a shower, and I'm going to get my hair cut this afternoon. It's this morning at 11 o'clock. It's about a 25-minute drive away, but it's a lady called Shannon who has also moved here from the UK, and she's got her own business, so that's nice to support her. And I'm looking forward to just getting my hair done and redone from the balayage that has been growing out for about a year because I like to save money. So yeah, a good start to a Saturday morning and the weekend so far. So this is what my hair looks like now. I've just got here, about to have it done. Hair completed. We are now off down to Christie's Beach again. Going to walk down there. Lots of walking since I've been here. And we are going to meet another couple that I met the other day. I met her, so it'd be nice to meet her partner. So hopefully the boys can chat and we can chat too. And yeah, that'll be a nice walk. It is nice and warm again. The weather is back up to 27 today, but it feels a lot warmer. But maybe that's because we got used to the cooler days for the last 2 days. So yeah, more walking and a nice beachfront drink. back from our evening down at the beach. We had a nice drink or two with a couple that we'd met down there. I'd met previously and went down and met, and really nice. We have done a lot of walking today. We walked back and I've done about 24,000 steps. Because we didn't realise what the time was, we haven't had any dinner, so everything's closed and we couldn't bother to go to McDonald's, so I've made a spag bowl and toast. Hello again. We've had a bit of a nice morning this morning. We stayed in bed a little bit longer, well, until about 8 o'clock, which is quite nice compared to what we've been doing over the last few weekends, getting up early and doing stuff. And then I just uploaded a video ready to go up later onto YouTube, which you will have seen. And we just been down Watunga beach and we went for a snorkel because I bought a new snorkel for us each last week. I did wait until I sort of spoken to somebody local about sort of the advice and everything, but this morning it was so nice. It's a really clear, hot day today, not a lot of wind. So we just went out to the reef. There's like a rock reef here. They have rock reefs down in South Australia, so it's like completely different. So we went for a splash. I put my rash vest on. We didn't go for too long because it was so hot. Even with that on, I thought we'd better be careful. And that was nice. The water was still nice and refreshingly cold. Got cold quite quickly, so yeah, that's okay though. And then went along. I did get a couple of bits on my GoPro, but probably not a lot because even though it says 50% battery, it keeps turning off saying it's run out. So that's just really annoying. I need to understand or research why that's doing that. Yep. And then we popped down to the bakery in Watunga, just down the town. Was it Beck's Bakery, I think? Yeah. And just got something to share for like a little brunchy bit. And yeah, that was quite good. Very busy. Obviously, it's really nice down there because there's loads of people about. All of the cafes are busy. There's a new bagel place that's really busy. It's just nice to see that everyone's doing well. But yeah, in this bakery there's like 3 different counters, so I think I might have to go back in the morning when I can have a look, maybe in the weekday when there's not so many people around to sort of observe what's best. But it's very nice, very convenient. We'll be going back there. Anyway, we went back, had a shower, got all the sand and sun cream off, etc. Ready to go out again. And now we're off to the Watunga Botanical Gardens. So yeah, come along and I'll get some clips and footage of that. It's not too far from us, about 22 minutes from where we are in the south. So it'll be nice to see a different one because I've already seen the Adelaide one. So we're here. It looks really nice. Watunga apparently means water. So we're going to have a nice little walk around. It's quite hot. So apparently there's quite a lot of wildlife to see here. I imagine it's not out now because it's way too hot. Maybe if you come down early in the evening, you can hear all the birds singing. That would be quite nice. I've seen quite a few butterflies. There's some in front of me now. And a bird just flew off. Oh, this is quite cool. So it says here that it's not a pond, it's actually a lake. And it was used for the farm and the house previously. It said originally it was a reservoir for the farm and orchard, but it was scraped out by horse-drawn scoops, and today it's a decorated feature of the garden. And this was all for the Ashby family. So that was quite nice. I think it would be very nice in the autumn or in the spring, and later in the day where, like I said, about the birds and everything. That's pretty cool though, down by the lake. The ducks are just really chilled. The tadpoles swimming about there. So yeah, it's nice. There's like a children's play area as well, and little like picnic areas. People like having a little social there. And they do tours at 10:30 on a Tuesday if you meet there, but not over 36 degrees. To be fair, I wouldn't want to do it any hotter now, which I think is probably about, say, 1:32. So we've come back to the aircon to decide now what to do for the rest of the day because we thought that might take a bit longer than that. Hello. Okay, so we couldn't decide what to do and we realised it was 32 degrees outside, so we didn't really want to go for any more walks. in the middle of the day. So we went to the shop in the end and just got some bits. Like my partner needed a new hat, and I got some new sunglasses, some like good ones, not too expensive, but the black ones I was wearing earlier, they kind of look horrendous, don't they? So I thought these ones have better UV ray. They fit. They're not going to fall off my face, and but they look nicer, I think. So I'm happy with those. And then we just got a couple of other like outdoory bits. And then we went to the food shop. We got a couple of burgers. We're going to do a little barbecue tonight. And our partner's gone off to the gym. And I'm going to edit another YouTube video that I've got to sort out. So it's just really hard to know because like this morning, I wanted on the weekend for us to go to the beach early-ish in the morning and go for a nice swim while it's calm. And then obviously yesterday we did the park run. We wanted to be up early for that. But there was also, I wanted to go for a swim for that as well. And I had my hair done and everything. But yeah, so it's hard to work out like what to do because there's so much stuff going on, and obviously you need to do quite a lot of it early in the morning. So maybe next week we might plan a proper trip and like either do like Victor Harbour or something. Or there's like the Mount Lofty Botanical Gardens, but I think that might be nice, maybe more into the autumn as well. But that looked like a whole day sort of thing as well. So there's just so much to do, and sometimes you have to remind yourself that you're living here and that you don't have to do all of it at once. And actually, to go to Botanical Gardens and the beach is not a bad Sunday, and then do your adulting stuff afterwards. So yeah, but it's obviously not exciting for you guys, but that's just reality, I guess. And I was going to ask anybody local, what's the best thing to do about the dentist? Because I heard if you get private health insurance, that can help cover it. But I used to spend a lot of money back on home, and I know it's just one of those things you have to because it was always private anyway. I don't know what's the best way to go about that. And I'm also thinking about the bank holiday or public, do you call it public holiday? Yeah, you call it public holiday. That's going to be coming up, like the next one. Like, what should we do? Is it going to be too busy everyone to go camping in like March? Or we just do some day trips? Is there any other things apart from like Victor Harbour you recommend? Maybe we'll just go up the coast. I'm going to give my friend a call tonight, from my best friend from back home, because about 8:30 here is about 10 a.m. there, so on the weekend that works quite well. Yeah, and I'll speak to you later. Hello, right, it's Monday morning now. I know this was going to be a weekend vlog, but I'm going to Henley Beach for a walk, some brunch, and down to the beach with some girls. So I will probably take you along a little bit with me there to see the beach. I had a nice phone call with my mum this morning because I got up early, and a nice phone call with my best friend last night. So yeah, that's all good. And let's see how we get on today. The beach looks pretty cool. Hello, so I'm back. I had such a good day. We ended up basically being out for a long time. We went for a coffee down at Henley Beach, and then we went for a walk all the way down to West Beach. Got some lunch down there at the sailing club. Walked back, and then we chilled in the shade under the jetty on Henley Beach, and then we went for a swim, and yeah, just dried off and just chatted and stuff. So it was really nice just to have like a sort of chatty girls' day, really. And I've just come home. I think I'll probably end this here, but before I do, so I've had a lot of you commenting with sort of concern and helpful tips, which is really lovely about, how to stay safe in the sun. So I just thought I'd show you. Some of you might have seen this hat. This is the hat that I'm wearing on the beach. I just don't show it to you all the time. Are you ready? This is what I call This is what I call my I look like a child hat, but I swim with this in the sea. So if you're worried about me, I've actually got my new sunglasses, but I normally wear my black ones. This is what I'm looking like. So you probably see me out about, like it's quite obvious. But yeah, I thought it's just funny. But I am looking after myself, and if it helps, I've only been sunburnt slightly once, and that was only a couple of patches in the whole month I've been here. So I am pretty sun safe, to be fair. I do try. Like today we were out walking in the proper sun, but I am quite sensible generally. Just an observation driving back. So if you live here locally, you'll be aware of like the A15 and how hard it is to turn right. Now I've just mastered that. I just turn left turn right somewhere and turn around again, because there's loads of places you can't do U-turns. One thing that bugs me, now we had this back home, was here I've been told that, and quite rightly, and I know it's right, is that you cannot speed at all, because even if you go like a kilometre over, you can get caught, you'll get a ticket straight away from the police, and that it doesn't need to be obvious. They'll have like loads of different hidden cameras. Now, between like 2 and 4 and like I think 7 and 9, there's certain areas where it says it's a mandatory 40 zone in a red circle. Now, that means you have to do it, right? So obviously I'm coming back at like 2:30, and I'm like, nobody else is going at 40. Should I be going at 40? Then I've just gone at 40 because I'm like, no, it definitely says it's in a red circle. You have to do 40 between these times. And it makes complete sense. So why is somebody like up my arse? And it just really stressed me out, because I was like, what is going on? Because nobody else was paying attention to this, but I feel like I don't want to get caught at the same time. So yeah, I'll probably just Google that and find out. But obviously, it's a red circle. You have to do it. And I do get it, because back home, they started implementing everywhere being 20 miles an hour instead of like 30 miles. And for a long time, I was like driving around thinking that, oh, that's not real. That's just recommended. Well, actually, then my colleagues sort of pointed out that it's not optional. So I started driving at it. But there, you don't get caught as much. And also, they say how much everyone gets caught speeding, but there's always somebody seems to be speeding, but not as bad as back home. And the other thing about the roads I've observed is it's easy driving here pretty much, but yeah, it is hard to turn right. Nobody seems to let anybody else out. It's like people are sort of stuck. And then in the bits where you might merge and sort of indicate right and merge, people just wait. People don't just merge, probably because they're so scared that no one lets them out. So if you've got any like comments about that, it's absolutely fine. Driving up the coast. But I know the traffic's quite bad in some places for various reasons to do with transport. So I've got some exciting stuff coming up this week as well. The Fringe is on now. So we've got tickets for Tuesday night and some stuff at the weekend. So I'll probably show you that next weekend. I don't know if I'll take you on Tuesday night, because I can't film obviously the show anyway, so it's pretty pointless. But thank you again if you've watched this one. I tried to keep it a little bit shorter this time, as that I think is better. Please like and subscribe if you are enjoying these. And again, I'll hopefully be coming out with some more useful tips when I get to know the place, but it's just about experiencing it with me and the highs and the lows. Please like and subscribe and comment, and I shall see you in the next one.